That was, of course, Vineyard with More Love, More Power. Here on your radio station, AM 930, The Light, Edmonton's Positive Talk. Well, listen to what Peter had to say. He says, rejoice inasmuch as you participate in the sufferings of Christ, so that you may be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. So here is Peter reminding us that, the Christian life isn't one of a rose garden where you go around and you see, pink elephants and unicorns. Occasionally, you have some testings, and sometimes life seems like a mess. But I do want to remind you that even in when life seems a mess, God's going to make a message out of it. And when you feel like you're in the midst of a test, on the other side, you're going to have a testimony, because the Lord is allowing these things to happen so that you become more trustworthy, that you become more obedient to him, that you become an encourager, that you become stronger and more powerful and more creative than you ever thought that you would ever be. Experience, whether we like it or not, is, of course, a great teacher. Now, God also promises that he's never going to leave you nor forsake you. Of course, many of us are familiar with that poem or that little illustration of the footprints in the sand, where there are two footprints in the sand, but from time to time they go into one. And the author and the poet said, well, Lord, is that when you left me? He said, no, that's when I carried you. So remember, these things do happen. All things work together for good. Doesn't mean all things we face are good. But he says you can rejoice because you have already participated in the sufferings of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ himself went through different things. But he says you'll be overjoyed when his glory is revealed. When Jesus Christ comes back, everything will be made right. Also as well, in these things that you go through, you develop the essence, the nature, and the character of God. A little thought for you today. Now we have for you right now, Rich Mullins with The Joy of Jesus.